It's great to have you with us today for some more riveting action for Window 3 of the FIBA Basketball World Cup African Qualifiers. Rwanda faced Nigeria in this Group C clash from the first round here at the Pavilio Multiluzos de Luanda here in the Angolan capital. Tunisia up against Guinea a little bit later on here for these qualifiers. And the state of affairs looks like this. Rwanda are on 0-5 and are unable of moving through to the second round. Nigeria on 3-2 in third place, already qualified, keen to improve on their position, having already qualified in third place in Group C, but results carry into the second round, so they could move above second place Tunisia, even over the table toppers Guinea. From Guinea-Conakry, of course, we're taking a look at the Tigers here. Nigeria with that man there, Michael Eric, 6'11" centre. They've got two big centres there with Chimizimetu, who's going to be important here. There's David Van Tepel, the 53-year-old American head coach from Florida, former Washington Wizards player as well, who's coached a few places around the world. Played in Italy, played for CSKA Moscow, assistant coach for the Nets and also for Portland, Minnesota as well. As we take a look at the Rwandan team, coached by Yves Morenzi. And, well, we've got players who managed to lift the BAL title in 2026. The first ever title for Rwanda. They won the championship in Kigali, the land of 1,000 hills. And Dieudonné Ndizier was one of the players who was there to take them to glory, of course, with Stephen Hagamontwari. Well, time now for the two national anthems before we take a closer look at the starting fives. Well, the two national anthems there, of course, Rwanda are playing for pride. They want to finish off on a high, of course. The two coaches will go over and have a handshake, of course, very important. David Fisdale, just another head coach and an important part of this Nigerian setup. They mean business. They came here on 1-2. Now they're on 3-2. Very strong scenario here. As we take a look at the referees, Abdallah Bulu and Ahmed ahead of Egypt, and Shabani of Tanzania. Familiar faces from the FIBA Africa referee circle, of course, and that we get to see for all of these different windows, AfroBasket as well, and the Basketball Africa League. Well, looking at the Tigers in a good position. They'll want to try and just get more success here as we take a look at the starting five. Results will carry through to the second round, and the starting five looking good. Ike Iroegbu, Caleb Agada, Chimezi Metu, the big guy, Christian Mekowulu, and Wes Iwundu to complete the starting five there. As I said, very big team this is, and there's the head coach, of course, who's going to be important, David Van ter Poel. What an experienced man, the Floridian, 53 years of age, who's an assistant coach around the NBA, but also working as a coach in Italy and for CSKA Moscow, a club that he knows very well, having played for them as well. As we take a look at the Rwanda starting five, with Kado de Dieu Furaha, Paul Bizimana, and Jean de Dieu Umuhoza, Stephen Hagemontwari, and Justin Uetonze. And I did see that the captain, Diodone Ndizier, of course, who celebrated that fabulous RSSB BAL success in Season 6, he's actually not ready to come on just yet. So Yves Morenzi is the man. Maybe he's being rested. Maybe he's picked up a small injury. But in any case, don't think he's going to play part in this Rwandan clash here against Nigeria. They've also got Aristide Mugabe, we'll get to see, I'm sure, at one moment. Rwandan basketball royalty and a key figure for in the RBL when it managed to win it 8 times as a player, playing for the Patriots as well. Okay, moments away from tip-off. Finishing off on a high would be very positive for Rwanda. They've played in 7 AfroBaskets. They've never managed to make it to a World Cup. It's not going to happen for Qatar 2027. For Nigeria, they want to go through. They want to try and get themselves. They have managed to get to round 16 back in 2006, having participated in 3 FIBA World Cups. But going to Qatar and trying to go a little step further is their main aim, and why not? They could potentially do that. Quarterfinalists right here in Luanda, Angola, back in AfroBasket 2025. Lost out to Senegal. Managed to win gold back in 2015. Pure quality, they really are. But for Rwanda, their famous victory over Angola, the 12-time winners, was the bronze well, they managed to beat them in the 2021 AfroBasket, of course, but they got the bronze, which was their first ever podium in a continental competition, AfroCan 2023. But that victory over Angola was quite special, wasn't it, back in 2021. Ama Abulo of Egypt is the man in charge. And that, of course, tells you that we've got a very experienced referees here today. Countdown to tip-off, just 1 minute. And we're getting ready to see what Nigeria can do. And see if Rwanda can put up a decent fight here. That would be a great thing, just to get themselves a good result. It would go down well. It would be a very positive, of course, for Yves Morenzi and Sonny Munyanda Mutsa. But they come up against a ferociously looking Nigerian team. They got Jalil Akindele, of course, working alongside Van der Poel. Ranked 53 in the world. Rwanda in yellow, Tigers in green. And we're about to get this show off the ground here. Tunisia, Guinea, tip-off later here in Luanda at 2 o'clock. Here we go. It is has been picked up by Rwanda. First possession going for Rwanda. And the rebound collected up there by Metu. Talk about the size of some of these bigs, both at 6'11", Metu and Michael Eric. I think we've probably got maybe a clock issue, which we're going to resolve. So we're just going to make sure that that's been set perfectly so that we can get things going once again. Talking about Michael Eric, 6'11", plays for Changwon LG Sakas, and Metu of FC Barcelona. There we go, just getting the clock sorted. And should be 19, there we go. That's, if you're good at math, then you'll understand that we're going straight back to make sure that it all adds up. Ike Iroegbu, the 31-year-old Nairobi City Thunder, was of course the team that he played for in the BAL. So he played the 2 games here against Tunisia. He picked up 17 points, 9 from 11 from the free throw line. So back in the hands, it looks like, for Wes Iwundu. And Nigeria get the ball rolling once again. Iroegbu into the corner. Shot comes off front rim, knocked out of bounds by a Nigerian, and it's going to be Rwanda's ball baseline. Umuhoza, the drive through, just losing possession, picked up by Nigeria once again. Metu out into the corner, Iroegbu knocks down the 3. How about that for a fabulous start here for Nigeria? The corner shot floated high over and in. Rwanda trying to kick it out into the corner. It's 2 attempts, and the attempt to pick up the rebound. Nice work from Iroegbu, spinning out of contact around the back pass, and another long-distance shot there, this time coming from Caleb Agada. Paul Bizimana there, the 23-year-old forward. Also part of that RSSB championship winning team. Nice pass, good vision, good block, and the defense coming to the fore just to deny Agamuntwari. Biding their time. Iroegbu down into the corner. Iroegbu is Agada going up and in, nicely done. That's a fabulous shot, that really is. 3 more points. That's back-to-back triples coming in for Nigeria. And deciding to tease going through the inside, but then getting the ball out wide and shooting from the outside. The drive going right through, round the back pass once again. Here's Agada for another 3-pointer. Wow. Well, this is quite remarkable. 3 triples to offer Nigeria a 9-0 lead. That's excellent from Rwanda, and all credit to Paul Bizimana knocking down a 2 and picking up the foul in the process. There's the foul, the contact coming in from Christian Emekawulu. He's the Al-Ali player based in Lebanon. And potentially a 3-point play if this man Bizimana can drop in the extra. No, it's rolled back out. Mikawulu with the rebounds. Big guy, very sturdy, burly, and very physical. It's the pass coming out from Iwundu, driving right through, and that's what he brings to the floor. inside this time, coming from Ike Iroegbu. And just dicing up the defense in a big way. Here's Umuhoza. Long range shot coming in. Now the big effort there. And Uwetonze adds his 3 points to the tally. This is a masterclass in long range shooting, I can tell you that. Crossover driving into the paint. A little bit of it. It's going to be jump ball as near loss of possession, but good hustling there, just down on the ground. Kalabagata getting snagged there by the Rwandan defense. Jump ball back in the hands of the men in green. Just mopping up a little bit of water on the floor. Metu going to work in the paint. Loss of possession, picked up there by Uwetonze. Uwetonze back out, gets it back. 3-shot going up. And behind the backboard it goes. Big fan of Kalabagata, just of course, a BAL champion back in 2025, just to give you an idea. And excellent work, it really is, from Jean de Dieu Umuhoza. Plays in the RBL for Reg. You've got to put pressure on Iroegbu. He's one of the star players. It's Nigeria who have possession. And look at this, they've done well, haven't they, Rwanda, just to get back to a 6-point game. It gets floated up over the top. Little touch of the fingertips, and Rwanda regain possession. Is Bizimana going up? Nicely done. That's the 2-and-1, and that is quality. The foul drawn, and where's Uwundu? Bizimana having a field day out here. And you've got to attack the man. You've got to attack the rim. Did exactly that. First personal foul for Iwundu. Uche Iroegbu coming on. Four-point game, sorry, and Nigeria, 6:05 left to play in this first quarter. Just boxing out a little bit, making life a little bit more complicated. A 4-and-1. Pass out to the right-hand side, making it a little bit more complicated for Nigeria, putting pressure on the shooter. And nicely done. That's a great chance for Rwanda to just speed up into enemy territory. Uwetonze. And a little bit of contact from Metu. And the big man at fault. As he looks across a little bit miffed by the decision, but Hamara Bulu, crew chief, was very close to the contact. And he'll take a walk and get replaced by Mikowulu, 31-year-old forward. Muza, big drive going through, kicks it out into the corner. A little loss of control from Bizimana. Took his eye off the ball momentarily, you could see that, and then slightly more complicated to deal with as he was about to take the pass, try and get the look in and shoot. 3 turnovers to 2. That's good what Rwanda are doing. There's the drive going through. I missed the layup there, Uche Iroegbu. Talking about Kalabagata, part of that Ali Tripoli team who won the BAL in 2025. And got himself into the BAL defensive first team. He was, averaging 2.3 steals per game. There's the drive going through, and contact was made on Wes Iwundu. Montwari. Played all 5 games for Rwanda. He's averaging, what, 21.9 minutes, 6.6 points. Knocks it down from the charity strip. And slick shooting for his second effort. 6-point lead for the Tigers. Umuhoza gets the high screen, goes for the 3 shot, knocks it down. Brilliant scoring from the top of the D. And that's going to be important for them. And it's a 3-point lead now for Nigeria. 4:25 left on the clock in this first quarter. Down west, going driving in, Mekawulu. He goes up for a shot, it's been picked up, and another good defensive rebounds there for Rwanda. They really are very busy in a defensive game. Oh, nearly lost possession. Agala nearly getting those quick hands in. There's the long-range shot going up. Front rim back out and racing back into defensive position. There's Iruegbu trying to go up off the glass and in. Quality. That's what he brings to the floor. And Montwari picking up his second personal foul. Great strength just to keep himself untangled, still releasing the ball despite the contact. Never easy. Got to show great strength. They've got 2 from 2 so far from the charity strip. Montwari going off there for his, as I said, his second personal. And Uche Iruegbu gets the extra shot there. Six-point lead. Missed opportunity there from Irakoze Hodari, the Patriots player. Another team who've played in the BAL. Got 9 points against Guinea. There's the drive through, Iruegbu, nicely done, and there's contacts, and the points are good as well. Frustration, Quizera is the player who makes contact. Just look what he brings to the floor. Iruegbu is outstanding, and then of course you've got the big guys like Mekawulu, who are just coming through and making life quite complicated. Just 22 years of age, Hubert Sage Quizera. Hilar Irankunda coming on, the 20-year-old centre. Plays for UGB back in the Rwanda Basketball League. Not yet got his first points in this in the qualifying window. A little bit too far to retrieve and go up for the score. Tomi, 6 from 10, 4 from 10. Long range shot from Ochomi doesn't fall. He played for Dar City, Tanzania. That's where he plays now. There's a travel call, I'm afraid. Double dribble, sorry, and Quizera getting caught out on that occasion. 2:48 left in this first quarter. Iruegbu. Long range shot. Another solid rebound from Irakunda this time, the 20-year-old. Bizimana goes up for his long range shot. That's another 3 points. I like what he's doing. It's a 5-point lead now for Nigeria. And Rwanda just showing off their ability from the outside. Bizimana Up to 7 points now. That's a dime. That's a good score as well. I like that indeed. And Richia Kopundo. 6'10", the Basket Manarosa player in Spain. Straight to the charity strip to try and add some more points to Nigeria's tally just after that Bizumana 3 shots. Unable to pick up the extra. Guizera. Just a little bit of contact, that's all it takes, and frustration there, Daniel Atomi. Just pressing a little bit too hard. Sideline ball, Rwanda. Uitunze. Shot clock down to 4, needs to go up. Unable to get himself around. There's a second chance shots, the attempted tip in. It's again picked up, knocked back out of bounds, and by Akabundu Hiogu. Regain possession, but I like the hustle in the paint. That's good work from Rwanda just to try and keep hold of possession, fighting for the rebounds. Another touch, another baseline ball. 12 seconds now on the shot clock. Kenny Manzi. And Justin Uitunze, the APR player, heading to the bench. And this time, it's going to be Nigeria who will gather possession. Just coming off the fingertips of a Rwandan player. Iruegbu. Down into the corner. 3-shot coming in. Oh, it's pure net down in the corner. Quality indeed. Just like what Stan Okoye does, the captain, getting his first moments on the floor here. Long range shot coming up and over. It's being made safe by Ike Iruegbu. And the foul committed, 13 points, 23. Biggest lead so far for Nigeria. Rwanda with a chance to cut themselves some points. Zubia Serge Quizera, the 22-year-old point guard, just communicating with Yves Morenzi. With Irakunda goes up and gets his second. 53 seconds left in this first quarter here in Luanda, Angola. A bit of swing ball down into the corner. No rebound happening there for Akabundu Ehiogu. Rwanda collects. And try and shift into the gears. There's a look going in from the outside. Doesn't fall there for Moesigwa. And Uche Iruegbu collects. Differential of about 2 seconds, just under. And a chance for Nigeria just to get them back into double figures. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Here we go, Iruegbu. There's the drive through, trying to go up, around, and in it goes. That's quality. And that's what you call a menace in the paint. Carving it up in a big way. Uche Iruegbu drives through and gets 2 points to give them an 11-point lead at the end of this first quarter. It's Rwanda 14, Nigeria 25. And there you can see it's 83% for Nigeria, 5 from 6 and 2 from 5 are the 2 points. 3 3-pointers, 4. We got 7 already in the first quarter. 60% from the free throw line for Nigeria. Well, it all started off with, well, just a masterclass in long-range shooting. Out wide goes Ike Iroegbu. And a fabulous block there from Nigeria. Down into the corner, Kalibagada this time, knocking down a 3. Round the back pass, picks up, and boom, in it goes. Love the pass. Calm as can be. Arcing over the top on the other side. Justin Uwetonze delivers high and dry into the sky and down. And again, you can see that Sean Mwesigwa, the 18-year-old, hitting also a very important 3-pointer there. Got 10 minutes against Guinea and looking very slick indeed. Paul Bizumana also showing off his long-range shooting skills, and along with Kauderichi Okobundu. Scan the QR code to access and log into Courtside 1891. You can watch the live streams, extended highlights of FIBA competitions, and much more. Definitely the place to be. But you're in the right place watching this, Rwanda, Nigeria. And some fabulous basketball being played here. Like what's happening from the outside, some quality shooting. Masterclass in shooting, as I mentioned before, with the 3-pointers. We got 7 so far. 3 for Rwanda, 4 for Nigeria. It's Nigeria who just sneaked into double digits. Look at that. Set it up and see it go down. Akabundu Ehiogu connects so well. And how about that for an alley-oop? And a 13-point lead. Big score there for the Tigers. They don't mess around. They mean business. There's the 3-shot going up, and again, it's Mwesigwa, the 18-year-old, nailing his second 3-pointer. Chance here for Iroegbu. Tries to go. There's contacts there. Quickly picked out there. And Hila Irankunda. Look at the contacts. There you go. And a first team foul in the second quarter, quite early on. 10-point lead, but Nigeria with a chance to try and get 2 more points here. Rolls off the side. David Van der Poel watches on it. Content. Happy with what he's seen so far. 5 points for Uche Iroegbu. Rwanda again trying to reel back in the Tigers and what they're doing here in Luanda. Did well, but just a Hubert Kwizera just coming up against so many big guys in this Nigerian team. Make life complicated in the paint. That's a good bit of hustle, a good bit of hassle. Nicely done there. Just Chimezi Metu, unable to get his hands on it. You can see what Irakurze has been doing. And the Patriots player, just a little bit of hustle, just getting in there really quickly just to prevent Metu from getting his hands on it. That's what you got to do. forcing the ball out for Rwandan sideline possession. 11 points the lead here. Kalabegado on 6 points. Uche Iroegbu also on 6. With Akabundu with the 2. 4 points that he's picked up. Nigeria again, that was nearly snatched out of the sky. Ike Iroegbu trying to get the pass there into the hands of Okoye, who does the damage. Nicely done there from the captain. 35 years of age, lots of experience, of course. Now playing his basketball in Andorra. Played all 5 games coming into this swing. He's averaging, what, 25.9, 25.5 minutes, 7.4 points. It's those leadership skills that are vital for this Nigerian team. Foul committed there by Kwizera. And Kwizera will pick up his second personal. Chimezimetu. Born in Los Angeles, California, the 29-year-old. Sibi Gran Canaria. Well, there's the contact and sportsmanlike foul there from Kwizera. So some frustration, of course, coming from Rwanda. They regain possession, sideline. Where's Zawundu? Kicked out into the corner. That will not count. There you go, there's that right foot just on the sideline. As he tried to take the pass and step back in. Metu with quite a fabulous career, of course, playing for the San Antonio Spurs. Sacramento Kings, the up and under, like that. Important points being scored. Kado de Giafuraha, RSSB player. Look at what happens at the other end. Well, he's matched that score big time. Iroegbu dancing down into enemy territory to pick up and extend their lead to 15 now, 7-11 in this second quarter remaining. Rwanda, long-range shot coming in, knocked down big time. Sean Mwesigwa. Oh, this is a standout performance from him. And knocking down a very important 3-pointer. He goes up to 6 points now. That's back-to-back for him. Bizumano on 7 points, leading Rwanda. And Ike Iroegbu level with him. 12 points, the 3rd shot going up. Rolls out the back and into the hands of Metu. Another rebound. Been impressive, but that is just a skyfall coming in from the danger man Metu. Look at this. Look at the acceleration. Spins out of his contact, teases, goes straight in, dunks the ball. And that is what you call bombastic. I love it. Chimizi Metu. And a timeout called by Rwanda as they trail by 14 points. Well, of course, no coach wants to see coast-to-coast scores there, and I think that's underlined how riled they are about that that score there that was knocked in by Metu. Scan the QR code and access and log into Courtside 1891. Watch live streams, extended highlights of FIBA competitions, and much more. We're going to go back out of this timeout called by Coach Morenzi. And the men in yellow looking to try and respond, but just allowing Metu to go coast to coast. He was literally given a carte blanche to run rampage, and you know, being with his size and his skill set, obviously that just makes it quite complicated for anybody. But very impressive what he managed to do. And we've got a review. Visual review taking place here. Something's caught the eye of the crew chief. Oh, maybe an off-the-ball incident. Well, we'll get the verdict in a minute and find out what the call is. Cristiano Mikawulu going on a dance and scoring that blockbuster. A dunk there, of course, for Nigeria. David Fisdale, of course, the name that's been talked about amongst the Nigerian circuit in terms of a coach with experience coming in to help out and work alongside David Van ter Pol as they go in search of success. All right, let's have a look at this. Oosh. Looking for looking to see if it's a 3 or a 2 point score on that far side of the arc. .16 left in this second quarter. It's a 14-point lead for Nigeria. Trying to get it right so that they can come out and just establish whether or not you know, there's a change to be made, but just taking a couple of moments here. And as I said, the Tigers coming into this with a 1-2 record, and obviously going back to check out a couple of incidents, and that was the drive there and the loss of possession from Hubert Quizera with Calabagada. So it's I think it's the left shoulder of Metu going into Quizera with that play, which I think is being looked at just to see if it was a foul and sportsmanlike. We'll have to Amir Zahed and Amir Obulo coming off now. The Egyptians will give us their final verdict. And just looking at the body language of David Van der Poel, it's the, is it a 3 or a 2 shot? That was the, I think that was what David Van der Poel was looking at. And there's Calabagata having a conversation. There's a lot going on here, I must admit. You've got David Fisdale as well, part of the mix, communicating, of course, with the officials to understand what the scenario is. Well, after all of that, the creases have been ironed out, it appears. No, it's down from 22 to 34, in fact. So a 12-point lead. So the basket is counted, I think. That's what has happened. That's what they've taken away. Anyway, Rwanda back in possession here. 5:50 left to play. Shot clock violation, doesn't manage to go in. It would have been anyway. But it's a miss collected here by that man, Uche Iroegbu, down into the corner. Nicely done, and good work in the paint. Doesn't really change too much, of course. With Nigeria very much storming into a very strong lead here. This game day 6. There's the drive through. Contact was made on Umuhoza. And a first team foul for Nigeria. Paul Bizimana coming onto the floor with Umuhoza knocking down his first shot from the charity strip. Foul did go against Calabagata, of course, coming out of that incident. That's that was the final verdict from the official review. And there's the mid-range 2. So the score from Metu was extracted. That's what we were looking at. There's the front rim effort there, picked up. And again, the Nigerian big guys coming into the paint and drawing a lot of attention. Furaha. And a third team foul for Rwanda as we approach the 5-minute mark in the second quarter. Iroegbu with the shot, front rim. That's excellent work again, Metu. Coming in to just tip and get that basket. Right place, right time for the big man. Metu up to 4 points. Iroegbu again on the attack. The ball gets knocked out of his hands. 14-point advantage for Nigeria. He just slips out of his hands. No contact from a Rwandan player, and a 14-point deficit for Rwanda to try and chew into. Bring it down. Here's Furaha back into the hands of Uwatonze. Uwatonze goes for a long-range shot high. Doesn't fall from the sky and put points on the scoreboard. Agada does the business from the left side. That's a beautiful three-pointer there. And Agada now up to 9 points. It's forced a turnover. Agada steps inside, driving right through the middle. Great work. And a brilliant layup there. 2 more points to the pile and scored by Mekawulu, the Alali player from Lebanon. Uitonze. Umuhoza. Bizimana trying to go to work in the paint. Goes over the top and in. That's a great work. Great piece of work. Great score as well, Bizimana. Important points. With 3:20 left on the clock. Uchiro Egbu. Driving right through and denied by that Rwandan defense, but Kado Furaha again just getting in his way. Look at the contact on the left, on the right arm of Iwundu. And 2 shots for Nigeria. And another foul. That's 14 fouls for Rwanda. Just the one there for Nigeria. Nigeria forced 10 turnovers from Rwanda. 24 points in the paint for Nigeria. On 3 points, and he knocks down his 4th. Well, they had a 19-point lead, and they got that once again as we enter the last 3 minutes. 3 shot. Farah picks it back up. Hagamuntwari, over the top it goes, off the glass and in, big shot. A big moment there for Stephen Hagamuntwari. They definitely needed that, 16 the lead. High screen coming in from Akabundu. Look at the speed, high off the glass, it's always going to go in. You won't stop him from that distance. Uche Uruegbu. Metsu down in the corner, doesn't, sorry, it's the pass is not good there for Uruegbu. Wasted opportunity there for Rwanda after a fabulous bit of intelligence from Umuhoza. Uche Uruegbu. Probing, dancing. A little touch there to get rid of the ball, otherwise Metsu would have provided his team with a colossal drive, surely. .53 seconds left in the second quarter. Uruegbu, three shot. Over the back and out of play. Much to the relief of this, of Coach Morenzi's men. Being bombarded at the moment, 18 points though. The lead and possession here for Rwanda. As I thought, Dieudonné Nduzié, the captain of this Rwandan team, just with a little injury that's keeping him out of action today for Game 6 in Group C. Such a key player. And he does score some big shots as well. Well, this is the danger that brings in, and Metu is there with a mesmerizing run. Steals and delivers. Look at that. Cuts inside of his man. One-handed dunk. That's the way to do it. And a 20-point lead. Biggest lead so far with 8 seconds left to play. Rwanda. 3 seconds needs to go for his shot. The shot goes high. And it's a little bit short. So that's not going to happen. And Metu is the man. And up to 6 points with a fabulous one-handed dunk from the steal to offer Nigeria 20-point lead at halftime. It's Rwanda 29, Nigeria 49. Well, 6 3-pointers, 5 for Nigeria, but it's 82% from the field for 14-17 for Nigeria. Only 4 of 8, 50% for Rwanda. Need to do a little bit more there. Assists, 9 more for Nigeria. Look at the turnovers, 7 less for Nigeria. Good rebounding for Rwanda, but not enough to keep them very much in this game. Bizimana and Agado both with 9 points each. Iroegbu, both of them up there, 8 and 7. Sigwa doing well, the 18-year-old, in second place in scoring for Rwanda. Dominant first half for Nigeria, going into the locker room at halftime. Well, the top plays, there it is, set up. There's the delivery. The connection was perfect there for Akabundu from Iroegbu. Big shots coming in, raining from the outside. This time we can see Sigwa, the 18-year-old, playing some great basketball. Stepping up, dropping it in, and getting himself 6 points out here today. But Metu has been dynamic on a demolition job here. Spins out of his contact, drives through, and delivers. A standout play. Agada's shooting from the left side. He's found his sweet spot. Hot hands galore for Caleb Agada. And then again, the work through the middle. Whether it's Metu or Mekawulu or Akabundu. Big giants delivering. Bizimana scoring important points. Hagamuntwari as well. It's just not good enough for them to keep Nigeria in check as Metu steals and produces that thunderous dunk. 29 for Rwanda, 49 for Nigeria. We'll be back shortly with the third quarter here in Luanda, Angola.
Mananga, and look at that, going right down the lane and dunking it right off the bench. Traore. Now the steal. Up ahead he goes, and the dunk from Mular, showing some hops.
Mid-range goes flying. Now they come up with it. A little bit of time here for the Pharaohs. Anas Mahmoud finds Gendy. Pump fakes. Go for the three, and it's Gendy time. Gendy, the Egyptian GOAT.
Great defense down low. Here comes Traore. We've seen it all before. Oh, it goes behind the back. Are you kidding me? Oh, and Yebo missed the shot, but there was the follow.
That's an opportunity. That's what you call driving it in. Leon Amos' team has been waiting to do that. It's his third attempt at the baseline. Dance into the paint and then the slam down.
And another block. Wow. And it leads to a break. And how about that? Madagascar showing what they're made of.
And they've stolen the ball. That's brilliant skullduggery. How about that? Massive, massive score there coming. Ibrahim Haidara taking advantage of that steal and finish. And Mali underlining their intentions.
Jacques Boissy, his pass intercepted. A little lackadaisical for him. And Mali this time doesn't.
And again, they just cannot get the friendly roll. Oh! Just throw it as high as you want because Luke Moore will be there to catch it and throw it down. Check this out.
Let's see how they defend this. Shot clock down to 8. Oh, come on! You cannot do that. That is absolutely ridiculous. Diarra, one-handed dunk, big shine. Oh my, oh my.
How many times are we going to see this? Baseline, are you kidding me?
Papa Nicolau says, give it to me.
I'll go tax to close out. Bruno inside.
Fills it up.
Welcome back to the Pavelau multi-users to Rwanda here in Angola. It's FIBA Basketball World Cup 2027 African qualifiers. Let's have a look at the top scorer from this Nigerian team, the Tigers. Well, his name is Kalabagada, and well, he's just been showing up big time shooting. 9 points so far. That's what he's managed to pick up. He's got a pair of rebounds, 3 from 5 from the field. He's got that sweet spot on that left-hand side. That's where he wants to shoot his shots. Gets his look in and gets the chance to just, you know, set it up and lock in and deliver every time. He'll probably want to spill that into the third quarter. And, of course, Kalabagada, 31 years of age, wonderful guard, showing us what he's capable of doing. On the other side, Rwanda. And now it's a time for Paul Bizimana to turn up. 9 points as well, 3 rebounds, and 4 from 6 from the field, 67%, of course. Looking good. Going through the inside as well. like the way that he's just fronted up, because it's not easy to try and break through that Nigerian defense. They're very physical, they're very strong, but he's been showing us glimpses of his ability inside, outside, and of course spinning out of his contact there with Uche Iruegbu, who's probably one of the most important players in this Nigerian team. So a 20-point lead for Nigeria as we start to prepare for the third quarter, but it's been complicated. I've been impressed by Chimezi Metu, I must admit. What he's been bringing to the floor is thunderous activity, of course, and as expected, a very important player. He's played 2 games and averaging 26.8 minutes, 13 points, 8 rebounds. The FC Barcelona player at 6'11" is the real deal. He really has been very important. Rwanda's numbers: 10-31 from the field, 32%, 50% 2 points, 6 3-pointers, and 50% from the free throw line. Not forcing too much in terms of getting themselves fouled and getting themselves shots from the charity strip. Not as many as Nigeria, who are currently at 6 and 9. You get to see that right now, but in a moment, Bizimana with his 9 points, Irankunda with 3 rebounds. Quizera's been impressive, like the youngsters when they get the chance to shine, of course. Musigwa as well, Sean Musigwa, the shooting guard. There's Bizimana, his 3 rebounds there. We talked about him going inside, but also going outside. He's a big guy, of course. Bizimana, 6'5", got 11 points against Tunisia in 27 minutes played. He'd be looking to try and improve on that. Already with 3 rebounds and playing, 16 minutes and 10 seconds so far. Very important player out there, and just showing off his experience and what he's managed to do, of course, having been part of that team that won the BAL Championship title with RSSB. Nigeria, 19-35 from the field, 78% with the 2-pointers, 14-18, and 3-pointers, 5 from 17 at 29%. Agara leads the way with his 9 points. Mikawulu with 5 rebounds, and Iruegbu with 3 assists. Must admit, the Iruegbu pairing of Ike and Uche have been, well, they're just impressive, very impressive, but not as impressive as this man here. Kalabagada has 9 points, a pair of rebounds, and the field goal percentage at 60% so far. Shooting those threes, looking very dynamic as well, and distribution, but all started very well with him hitting from that left-hand side and nailing big shots just to bolster that Nigerian setup and usher them into a very good position. Looking very good so far, Nigeria. They'll be very happy with this, but they're meticulous and they're diligent. When you actually look at the head coaches, you know that David Van der Poel with his masses of experience, along with Jalil Akindele and David Fisdale, they have great staff, they have great ambition, and they really do want to go as far as they can, and they want to try and get to the World Cup in Qatar 2027 next year and try and really represent the continent in a big way. That's what they're after, that's what they're going to try and do. Well, you can scan the QR code to access and log into Courtside 1891. Watch the live streams, extended highlights of FIBA competitions, and much more. Lots going on all the time. But everybody all locked in for what should be a fantastic another World Cup, FIBA Basketball World Cup 2027 in Qatar. It's going to be fabulous next year. Last minutes, last moments before you get prepared. That's August the 27th next year to September the 12th. Guaranteed to be something special, of course, and first to be held in the Arab world and the third straight to be held in Asia after China back in 2019, and 2023 edition, which was co-hosted by the Philippines, Japan and Indonesia. Defending champions Germany, of course, after they beat Serbia in the last final. "32 teams from the 4 confederations, all battling to try and get themselves out of the second round to get one of those lucrative spots. And the 4 arenas, we've got Lusail up in Duhail Arena, Al Attiyah and Al Janoub, all right in the center of Qatar with 4 venues. It's going to be interesting indeed. Anyway, back to the floor, back to the action, and let's see what Rwanda have got in the tank. Is this man here, Justin Uitonze of APR, one of the top teams in the Rwandan Basketball League, based in Kigali, the wonderful country which has become an African hub for sport, of course. Kigali in Rwanda, hosting 5 of the 6 editions of the Basketball Africa League, with just Pretoria in South Africa hosting the finals in 2025. Here we go, 29-49 into the hands of Umuhoza, out wide to Mwesigwa. Rwanda trying to get themselves early points. The rebound, a hustle play, and the ball goes out of bounds. And a little bit of hustling with Mekawulu. Getting hounded by the Rwandan players, but the last touch from a Rwandan player. So it's Nigeria with ball in hand. Iroegbu. Agada. Metu spins off his man, over the top it goes. That is brilliant play. That really is. And Metu getting important points. There's the 3 shot, comes in, picked up by Metu. Another rebound from the big man. 6'11". 22-point lead. Metu mid-range 2. Tapped back out and collected by Ike Iroegbu, 31-year-old. A long-range shot coming in. It's collected there, and the attempt to try and get that back out. Couldn't quite gather the ball there, Uitonze. And where's Iwundu doing enough to force the ball back into their hands, as we see Hubert Serge Quizera coming back on. Quizera with 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 personal fouls as well. Agada, Iroegbu. Oh, he gets another chance. There's the drop off. Brilliant score. That's fantastic play. Mekawulu with the demolition job right through the middle, given the dime. And he just snatches, and Caleb Agada forcing a turnover. There's a steal there, and it's a layup for 2. Nigeria add 2 more points to the tally. And Rwanda looking to try and reel in Nigeria once again. Well, he's had the light blocked out there with the big man, Mekawulu. And again, stealing the thunder, and a brilliant drive, and another score there for that man, Caleb Agada, who is just on fire at the start of this 3rd quarter. He's up to 13 points, the first player to get into double figures. Rwanda call a timeout because, well, there's a little bit of frustration as they go 28 points down within after the first 2 minutes of the 3rd quarter.
Guys, it's only fast break, but guys, execute on the plays. Just ball movement side to side. Because we are only using maximum 15 seconds. You have 24 seconds. Move side to side on down. Okay? Guys, come on, guys. We need to focus more. We need to focus. Focus. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, big. Hey.
Okay, back here and coming straight out of the timeout. Nigeria not in any crazy rush to do anything, just in a very good place, of course, gathering their thoughts, sharing them with the staff, and coming back out to just continue what they've been doing. And that is showing us a masterclass in what they can do in terms of stealing the ball, forcing the turnovers, making life extremely complicated for Rwanda. And 29-57 is the move there from Quizera. Quizera trying to take on Agada. Interesting matchup. Foul committed. And it wouldn't do. Picks up the foul there. He'll be a little bit disappointed. There he is, just getting a little bit too close to Quizera. And that will be his first personal foul. Possession back in the hands of Rwanda with Furaha. Nigeria playing very physical basketball, just pushing them. And needs to go for the shot. It's the last. It's nicely done and great vision there for Aha, producing the goods in the paint. But the pass was, well, laced with panache. There's the pass that goes right through. It hasn't been collected there by Mekawulu. The idea was good. There you go, there's credit. Credit where credit's due. Always understands and respects the attempt to try and connect and thread those passes through, especially when they're a little bit more complicated. He recognized the ambition, just didn't come off on that occasion. It's a 26-point lead for the Tigers. Quizera. And frustration there for the Patriots player. Picked up there by Iruegbu. Nicely done this time. He produces the 2 points there. Mikulu just dropping it in. There's the attempt to try and go down that left-hand side, claims that there was contact. Falls on deaf ears. There's the attempted pass there. It's been picked up by Kalabagada. He's difficult to deal with, even on the floor. And there's the pass down from Metu. Over the top it goes. Rebound picked up there by Quizera. Chance for Rwanda. 3-point shot coming in. Rolls out the back door. And Bizimana can't get his hands on it. Does get knocked out of bounds, and the last touch I think was from a Nigerian. And it might have been, yes, Mekawulu. Here's Kato Didier Faraha. Irankunda, shot goes up. Made safe there by Mekawulu. Another rebound. Kalabagada. There's the pass, that's nicely done. Mekawulu doing really well, that's fantastic. It's a 2, and the +1 going their way for Aha, just getting in his way. The big man is difficult to deal with, and just look what he does. There he is, there's the step, with Furaha going down, but just getting in his way. And if you're locked into your position when you're trying to defend, of course you'll force the offensive foul, but when you're just trying to move around, and especially with a big guy like Mekawulu, who's steering around with a good, decent step there, and you shift into his body position, then of course it's going to be a foul. +1 is good. 3 more points for Nigeria, and they've doubled up. They've got the double of Rwanda, 62 points to 31. That is humongous. There's the pass for Aha going up. Well, again, it's the frustration. Bizimana can't keep the ball in his hands. But that was great. That was a wonderful steal on Metu. So quick to get in there. But just look at the bounce as it just sneaks away over the line. But all credit to him for just pouncing and trying to poach the ball from Metu. Mikuwulu. Here's Agada. Fake, drives in, and the dunk there. That is absolute quality there coming in. And an unstoppable play to underline just how important these players are for Nigeria. Crikey. Metu and co are very much stamping their authority on this game. Now, the up and under doesn't quite fall there for Wezewundu, but still, the idea was great. I mean, what a massive play that was from Chimezi Metu. Just look at this. Well, that's the last play. We'll get to take a look at what Metu was doing. Second team foul for Rwanda. Been quite well disciplined so far in this third quarter. And Wezewundu, the 31-year-old who plays for SC Melbourne Phoenix in Australia. Small forward. Played 2 games so far. He's 27.6 minutes and 10 points. That's 6 points to him. And Chimezi Metu score takes him up to double figures with 10 points. And a couple of changes with Daniel Uchomi and Stan Okoye, the captain. And a little change. But Metu still on the floor looking incredible. There's the pass that comes out. A little drive in, but a loss of possession. Picked up by Iruegbu. Uche. Back out. Chance to get the ball. He's faked. He goes straight through the middle, carves up the defense in emphatic fashion. Uche Iruegbu again showing us what he's capable of doing. And he too will move to 8 points. As up to double figures, sorry, with the extra 2. It's 10 points, so as I thought. And that's a huge boost for Nigeria. Iruegbu, straight down the middle. Shot from Okoye. I like that indeed, and long range shot from that right-hand side, high over the top. Important points being scored there, and that's 7 from 27, 5 from 21 for Nigeria. And shot clock down to 5. Metu goes up. He too can shoot. Well, that's close. Not close enough, though. 2:41 left in this third quarter. Floated up over the top and a chance to try and get that score. Doesn't happen for Irakoze Hodari. And again, double the tally that Rwanda have. There you go, just closed in. He's been thwarted there by 3 big Nigerian defenders, and of course makes life a little bit complicated. Metu goes off. Look at what Chimezi Metu has brought. He's got 6 rebounds. He's got 2 assists and he's got 10 points scored. Another player possibly looking at a double-double. But Mekuwulu on 8 rebounds and 13 points. There's the shot from the corner. It's nailed there, and a big 3 from down in the corner. That is huge. 3 points. Oh, nicely done, steal. A chance here, Rwanda. Rebound, there it goes up. It's not been scored over the top and finally in. Excellent work, good rebounding. Like the way that they've scored, Mwesigwa. And +2, it's 36 points. 1:50 left to play. Iruegbu dancing into the paint, goes high. That use of that right hand to steer clear of trouble is incredible. So elusive. He's so sneaky, but so quick. And the +1 following the foul from Irankunda. And Uche Iruegbu up to 12 points now. The acceleration that he has, the moment that he wants to just go and attack the rim is nothing short of impressive. Long range shot coming in from downtown. And that is a big three as well for Rwanda. Needed that. And an important score there for that man, Prince Twa, who's just his first points there. Oh, you can't stop these guys. They're on fuego. Akabundu coming in and saying, if it goes up, I will make sure that that drops. There's the shot that goes up. Put that in and leave it in. That is what you call great assistance play coming in from Akabundu. Irankunda. A little bit short. Does well to keep the ball in play. Slips out of the hands of Uche Iruegbu. And Rwanda do well. It's the second time that they've managed to keep the ball in play, even though it's been a couple of meters out behind the baseline and flinging it back inbound. .46 of their 76 points have been scored in the paint today. And I think that, you know, with the big shots scored by Agada and co from the outside, just bolstering this very impressive performance here from the Tigers. Is Rwanda looking to try and get themselves into the 40-point. And that's good work. That is from Irakoze Hodari. He's the Patriots player. 34 seconds left in the third. Long-range shot going up, knocked down by Ike Iruegbu. Impressive triple there. And he moves himself up to 10 points now with that three-pointer. And that's the fifth player to enter double figures. Unable to roll that in. Picked up by Uche Iruegbu. Goes dancing himself. Oh, the block. The brilliant block that really was from Irankunda. And denial. Trouble was there was a little bit of contact on Iruegbu. And he's going to go straight to the charity strip. Look at that, just trying to shake. And then he goes in for the bake. Bit of contact. Look at that. It's brilliant how he just deals with Prince Twa. And the +1 with 2.4 seconds left to play. Two shots, sorry. And Irankunda with his fourth personal foul. Knocks down the second. 2.4 seconds, got to release, got to go for it. Oh, a buzzer beater. Come on. We love those when they fall, literally from the halfway line. That is a statement score there coming from Prince Twa. A royal shot to beat the buzzer as we bring an end to the third quarter. These are the scores. It's 44 points for Rwanda, Nigeria with 80. So let's have a look. 9 3-pointers there out of 31 for Rwanda, 7 of 25. Look at that, 83% from their two-point shooting compared to 33%. That's where this game has been won. Free throws, 73%, 50% for Rwanda. Dominant, very dominant. Well, they're just going to check to see that the buzzer beater was good. Checking the clock. Wow, he wasn't even inside of his opponent's half. The release was good. They'll have to check that a little bit more closely, maybe from a different camera angle, just to check the clock. Here we go, we're going to get to see a couple of these. Well, it's already at 0 there, but I don't know. Maybe they'll see something else. You've got to give it. Come on, that's an absolute beauty. There we go. Keep an eye on that shot, maybe. I don't know. Was it out of the fingertips? Was it released? Oh, it's difficult to see, isn't it? Well, it was before the sound of the buzzer. That's a tough call. That's a very tough call. A fabulous shot there from Prince Toit, the 21-year-old APR player. And if that goes in, he's going to beat his average of 2.3 points per game. He's already got 6 points. Hopefully it's going to count. Well, we know with the Angolan national team, they love to hit those big shots, of course, and we've seen them before with Luke Kenny, Gonçalves, and Chile Dundao and co. But the end of the third quarter, yes, it counts, 44 points to 80. So very happy to see Prince Toit dishing out a half-court triple buzzer beater just to give Rwanda a little bit of enjoyment there as we take a look at the best plays from the third quarter. That will be finished off by that buzzer beater, of course. Here we go. Calabagada has been, well, colossal today. Looking very slick, looking very dangerous, scoring big points, of course. He's got 13. And level with Mekawulu, whose blockbuster scoring has been important as well. Look at that from that man, Metu. He's done it on the other side. Now he's doing it on the left-hand side. A little bit of provocation. He fakes, drives, dunks, one-handed. Big scores from the big man. Long-range shooting going well there as well for Nigeria. Out wide. Great to see Daniel Utomi hitting some big shots along with Akapundu. Scan the QR code to access and log into Courtside 1891 to watch the live streams. Of course, you've got extended highlights of FIBA competitions and much, much more. Of course, this window continues into tomorrow. There's still plenty of basketball to follow today and tomorrow. Got some great games coming up right across the world. I think we're just going to check the clock. Make sure that everything's all perfectly set up. There we go. It's get it back to 22, I believe. Let's have a look. Oh, straight. Oh. 9. So 21. Wait a sec. If it's 9:57, it should be 21. That should be okay. And Ama Abulu gives the ball to Stephen Hagamentwari, the RSSP shooting guard for Rwanda. Here we go then, the fourth and final quarter. Prince Toit. And the hustle, the steal, collected there by Utomi. And chasing and racing out over the baseline goes Stan Okoye, unable to retrieve possession, pick up the ball. It's a big statement performance here for Nigeria. Prince Tuah. Shot clock down to 6, little step back. No, he's not going to go for the shot. There's Bacon, a drive through, I like it. And Hudari scoring a fine 2 points there. Excellent layup. Saw that there was an opportunity, exploited the space, went straight down that channel. Okoye going up for a 3-pointer. Big bucket there. And the captain up to, he's on 5 points. Now he's gone up to 8. There's the response coming from Prince Tuah. He's scoring some big points there. I love what he managed to do at the end of the third quarter. Now he's spilling that fine form into the fourth. That's going to be a foul on Daniel Utomi. Dar City of Tanzania getting themselves into the Basketball Africa League finals in Rwanda. Just sneaking through, which was fantastic. Great to see them. First time that we've had a team from Tanzania take part in the BAL, and they managed to get themselves right through to the finals. With Hashim Tabid, of course, the other president of the Tanzanian Basketball Federation, and first Tanzanian to play in the NBA and bringing so much to Africa, coming back and being part of the Tanzanian Basketball League once again, and then taking the reins. Such an important person in Tanzania, of course, and working really hard to help Tanzanian basketball. But talk about Dar City, Daniel Utomi's team. Of course, we've seen it. Oh, that's a big shot as well. I can't believe that Prince Tuah has just not spent too much time on the floor. He can do basically what Dieudonné Ndiaye, the captain, can do, and hit those big shots from downtown. He's up to 11 points, having spent just 10 minutes, 11 minutes now on the floor. A 34-point lead, so I'm not saying it's unassailable, but it's still very much a big statement performance here for Nigeria. Michael Eric coming on, 6'11", 37-year-old center. Picked up by Caleb Agada, down to Iruegbu. Shot clock down to 5. Metu back out to Iruegbu. Drops in the 3 down in the baseline corner. That is classy there from Uche Iruegbu. 37-point lead. Short the shot. Prince Tuah looking to try and build on his 11 points. That's 10 3-pointers for Rwanda, 9 for Nigeria. (22 assists for the Tigers and 11 steals. These are all key moments in the game. Comes back out, there's Okoye. Doesn't find a way through. Agada. There's the drive coming right through the middle. And it goes in as well. I like that. That's classy. And a big score. We're up to 90 points now. That's good rebounding as well. Iroegbu. Shakes, kicks out to the corner. Second chance. Can't quite get the soft touch off the glass. There's a third chance point. Finally picks up there and into the hands of Iran Kunda. But look at that, great work again from Uche Iroegbu. And a steal and a score as well. Delightful work. And Igbanu, the 28-year-old who actually plays in Foz in province in the south of France, getting his first moments in this window. Great work as well there coming from Bizimana. You know what he's capable of doing. And he moves up to double figures to join Prince Trois. Calmly picking up possession. Another long-range shot nailed by Martin Zigbanu. And these are the players who we haven't seen too much of. He's only spent 3 minutes on the floor and already up to, what, 7 points. 95 in total. Some big scores coming their way. Look at that. That's the steal from Iroegbu. And that is what you call a fabulous baseline drive there coming from Igbanu. They have been unstoppable, and it's a timeout called by Rwanda. They trail by, what, 42 points now. It's a massive, massive performance from the Tigers, and well, they'll be keen to see what will happen in second round when it all begins for these teams that have qualified. And of course, Guinea, Tunisia, Nigeria. This is going to be very... There's Prince Trois coming in and giving us a fabulous showcase, shooting from the outside, driving in from the inside. And Prince Trois with 11 points, 11 quick points as well, 4 from 8 from the field, and a couple of assists. He has been sensational since he came on. I don't know why Coach Morenzi and Sonny Munyanda Mutser decided to keep him off the floor for so long. He's just showing great diligence with his shooting skills. Back in play, back in action. There's the shot from long range. It's dropped in. Sigwa, second chance. Picked up once again. There's Prince Trois. Prince Trois likes to go high and dry. It's gone behind the backboard and it's out of bounds. Guinea, top of the pile with 4 and 1. Tunisia with 3 and 2. Nigeria with 3 and 2. They're going to move above Tunisia now before this final clash between Tunisia and Guinea. And Rwanda, well, there's a player down. Let's just hope that it's not too serious. Hilara and Kunda. .454 left in this fourth quarter, 53-95. More importantly, we just get to see if the 20-year-old UGB player is going to be okay. Put him on his side. Medics are, of course, making sure that he's in a good place. And that's good to see. We always appreciative when we actually see, it's like a sigh of relief when you actually see a player get back up and go and walk off the floor. And looks like we're going to have an official review just to assess what's happening here. Get to see a replay, find out what happened exactly, determine whether or not there was any foul play or not. Very diligent, these officials. Amara Bulu, he's attended every single Basketball Africa League season, conference and a final. Let's have a look. Right, so the ball's going to get, he's up the other end. And we're going to find out. We're not seeing it from those images there. I don't know if there's what the final outcome is. Yeah, there's nothing, just carry on. Maybe just a little fall, bit of collision, something like that. The fact is that he'll get some treatment here in Kunda. He should be okay. 20 years of age, made of metal, made of titanium, these guys. Okay, let's get the ball bouncing once again. Rwanda, 53, Nigeria, 95, 4:45 left to play. Oruegbu again kicks it out. There's Okoye with the long-range shot. He drains the three from the corner. And Stan Okoye is just delivering big time. Up to 11 points goes the captain, leading by example. And a response not good enough to pick up points for Rwanda. Uche Oruegbu. Look at that, 18 points so far in the fourth. There's the shot that goes in. It's been picked up there, and Kenny Manzi with the ball in his hand. Prince Tois down goes corner, and just stepped over the line there. Frustration for Hodari. Would have liked to have continued his play. Look at that. I think it's there you go, right foot. Again, talking about these officials, these FIBA officials from Africa. Fantastic, very diligent, always on the ball. 2 more points for Nigeria to get to 100 points. That will be the first time that they've managed to breach the 100-point barrier in qualifying. But it's Rwanda who'll pick up possession. Foul committed by Martin Zigbanu. And that's going to be second team foul for Nigeria. And first personal foul there for Martin Zigbanu. Prince Tois tries to go by himself, tries to get the pass back. The defense in position, making it complicated. Foul's been committed. And another foul going against Rwanda. There you go, a little bit of holding. You can see that Amir Zahed was the Egyptian, explaining what actually happened there. And Shabani of Tanzania giving the ball back to the Nigerian captain, Okoye. There's the drive through. You will not stop that man every single time. The demolition job continues for Metu. And at the other end, it's a great score and a +1 as well. Okoye getting in the way. And he'll pick up his first personal foul. It's the perfect response from Prince Tois. But just look at this. It's end-to-end action. Cuts inside. Okoye just with that straggling arm and hand. And, well, it just gives you an idea of what they're capable of doing, Rwanda. Picked up by Rwanda. 3:08 left to play here in Rwanda, Angola. There's the pass, there's the score. Nicely done. The delivery is perfect. Up to 100 points they go. Nigeria have managed to get themselves into treble figures. .600. There we go. The points should go up. Let's have those treble digits. There we go. 100-point barrier has been breached. And there's the attempt at a shot there. There's contacts. And it's an offensive foul against Nigeria. 4.7 seconds left on that play. So back in the hands of Rwanda. 44-point lead for Nigeria. Prince Tour. There's the drive going through. Oh, it's been picked up by Okoye. It's been collected. Iruegbu. Into the corner. Shot going over Okoye. And collected around the back by Manzi. A couple of basketball player. Long range shot. Igbanu making it safe. 1:44 left to play. Iruegbu again, trying to get himself up. There's the rebound, nicely delivered, nicely dropped in. Right place there, coming for that man, Michael Eric. 6-11, and it just opened up there. There's 2 more points there for Rwanda. And a great drive coming through from Mwesigwa, the 18-year-old, who's telling us that he's up to double figures. He's the 3rd player for Rwanda to get into double figures. Prince Tour, of course, opened the gates up to 14. That's a good drive coming through from Okoye again. And then, of course, these 10 points for Sean Mwesigwa and Paul Bizimana. Well, there's the block coming from Michael Eric. Quality from the big man. Talk about 6'11" centers, 7-foot centers. These are the guys just getting in the way. There's the long range shot back off the glass, and last minute, and Okoye trying to get the pass into the paint. It's a flurry of activity here. Prince Tour gets the 2 points and bolsters his tally now up to 14. He goes 16, sorry. Add the extra 2 and 60 points for Rwanda. Another opportunity. Oh, the shot doesn't happen. I think there's contacts on Paul Dibal. And the Skyhawks player getting fouled by Quizera. Played under 5 minutes. All of the players on this Nigerian team getting time. He loves to rotate, David Van der Poel, rightfully so. He's got a great team. It's only Paul Dibal who's got under 5 minutes. 2 other players got 7 minutes, Igbanu and Michael Eric. Everybody else 13 minutes and upwards. Up to around 24 minutes maximum for Calabagada, but besides that, 17 seconds left to play here, 62-104. Rwanda getting a basket and a chance for them to just bolster that a little bit more. There's the drainage once again, and 2 more points for Nigeria. 4 seconds left to play, and it's the end of the road for Rwanda. That was an impressive performance from Nigeria, and David Van der Poel. David Van der Poel working his magic, but he's got a class list of players there. The final score, Rwanda 62, Nigeria 106. And Nigeria, with that victory, go to 4-2. Rwanda 0-6. And a very big performance there from Nigeria, who already qualified, of course, in their group with already qualified in their group. But they move above Tunisia, Guinea at the top. Look at this, 14, 71%, 30 from 42 two-pointers, and 68% free throw shooting. Big numbers. 8 more rebounds for Nigeria, and 15 more assists. The turnovers, well, 12 more for Rwanda. Nigeria pounced. The Tigers, they sharpened their claws and they leapt into action right from the start. Look at that, Egbu, 17 points, leading all scorers. Mikawulu, 13, Okoye's there as well. And Prince Tua with a standout performance for Rwanda. Some big plays here in the fourth quarter, of course. I think that right from tip-off, we've seen some big plays, in fact. But Stan Okoye, the captain, hitting a big three-pointer there. Prince Tua was outstanding with the time that he spent on the floor. Inside, outside, whichever side he was capable of hitting the big points. 16 points, and that is a great effort there for a player who only managed to spend, 90 minutes on the floor. Well, Egbu leading by example. Some excellent work from Igbanu. Again, inside, outside. These Nigerians very physical and very articulate shooting as well. So no missed opportunities. Their percentage from 2 points, 71%, 30 of 42. Give you an idea of what they were at, what they were about today, compared to 14 from 30 for Rwanda, 47%. There's Prince Tua doing what he does best, and Nigeria dominant out there today, looking very strong. Congratulations to them. 4-2 as they wait to see what happens in the game that's taking place tonight. Of course, Tunisia against Guinea, and Guinea-Conakry. That's going to tip off in less than 2 hours, just to give you an idea of what's going to happen in Group C and who's going to finish where. If Guinea get the win, then of course will be Nigeria who will finish in second spot. If Tunisia get the victory against Guinea-Conakry, then they will potentially move above Nigeria. But all results count going into round 2. Some fabulous basketball from Nigeria. Clinical basketball, as per usual. The Tigers dominant and looking to try and go to their 4th FIBA Basketball World Cup, having reached the round of 16 in 2006. That's the task, that's the mission, that's what they're up to, and that's what they're vying for. And that's kind of a performance